Hi friends, hi family. I said I wasn't going to fill your feed, but I have to stop by to talk to you about this. So I decided that I was going to go to a very popular social media destination. And while I was there, I buck upon somebody giving some information, telling men how they must take care of themselves and groom themselves and make sure that they are nice for their ladies. And the person was busy telling the men that they are to groom themselves, which is all fine and good. This is not about not grooming yourselves. But he was saying that you must cut off all the hair in your nether regions. Hope you know what I'm talking about. Cut off all the hair in your nether regions. And when you cut off the hair now, then you must use some special silicone thing that he was saying. Don't know about that. I'll have to look that up and see if that's safe for you. But the kicker, the part that got me concerned was that he was telling the men after they have shaved off all the hair from their nether regions, they are to now get antibacterial soap and wash thoroughly all of the nether regions, all of it. Wash it thoroughly, lift it up, everything, wash all of the nether regions with antibacterial soap. And I say, I have to come and talk to you about this because we don't just use antibacterial soap like that. Now, if I didn't learn anything in microbiology class up at NCU, the beacon on the hill, I learned that we shouldn't be routinely using antibacterial soap because antibacterial soap can have a part to play in the development of superbugs. I'm going to tell you what superbugs are and the dangers of anti-microbial agents that are not prescribed for you. But before I tell you, please draw some crowd, like, share, follow for more information like this. We have to draw a crowd to hear this because it cannot be so. It's not everything that you see you must run with. So I have to correct that today and tell you why antibacterial soap isn't recommended for daily bathing. Because if you're using antibacterial soap, it kills beneficial skin bacteria. Now, this person was saying the hairs in the nether regions trap bacteria. That is absolutely true. They have a purpose, They have a purpose. And our skin have what we call normal flora, which is the bacterial ecosystem, which is our first line of defense against microorganisms. So we don't want to be using antibacterial soap for daily bathing because it kills beneficial skin bacteria, which potentially leads to antibiotic resistance and skin dryness without offering any more germ-killing power than regular soap and water in non-healthcare settings. You notice I say in healthcare settings because there's something called nosocomial infections that you can get in healthcare settings. So there might be a reason for the use of antibacterial soap, but it's not for everyday bathing. It is not to wash away the natural bacteria that you've been blessed with. This kind of soap, the antibacterial soap, has ingredients like triclosan that raises environmental health concerns. Plain soap effectively cleanses by washing away germs, while antibacterial formulae can disrupt your skin's healthy microbiome, allowing tougher bacteria to thrive and making future infections harder to treat. So there's a reason we have hair in certain parts of our beautiful, well-made bodies. The groin area has lymph nodes. The underarm area has lymph nodes. The neck area has lymph nodes. Now, we have hair for a reason. It does trap bacteria and any other thing that you get exposed to. So the hair is there to prevent harmful things from seeping into your skin so easily. So careful when you're cutting it off and shaving. You ever hear of death by 1,000 cuts? This is one way in which you can be exposing yourself to germs and forming bigger germs that are more harmful. So you shave off all the hair, and when you're shaving, you get cuts. You don't have anything there to prevent other microorganisms from coming, and then you're going to add antibacterial soap to that to destroy your normal flora? you're exposing yourself to bigger bugs. You can't do that. You can't listen to everything that you hear and follow everything that you hear, no matter how clean and decent the carry of the message looks. So, like I said, there are some risks of antibacterial soap. What are these risks? Well, this antibacterial soap now exposes the bacteria to agents encouraging mutations that make them resistant to antibiotics, which is a major public health concern. If you have antibiotic resistant strains of bacteria, it means that you're not going to be able to treat them so easily, and this is what we call superbugs. Again, antibacterial soap kills your good bacteria. It eliminates the helpful bacteria on your skin that's there to protect it and maintain its natural balance. We are made perfectly and well. So don't let vanity and aesthetic pleasures lead you to destroy your microbiome. The antibacterial soap also dries the skin, stripping the natural oils, leading to dry, irritated skin. Now you have irritated skin and you get breaks and you don't have your normal bacteria. What are you exposing yourself to? Also, antibacterial soap contains ingredients which wash down drains, contaminating water systems and potentially harming aquatic life. It also gives a false sense of security. When we are using these antibacterial soaps, you end up washing less thoroughly and thinking that the soap does the work for you. Regular soap, if you're not in healthcare settings where you're exposed to more germs and more resistant germs, regular soap and water is good enough if you wash your hands and if you spend time washing your nether parts carefully without antibacterial soap. Another time I'll have to tell you the steps in proper hand washing, but today we're talking about why we shouldn't be routinely using antibacterial soap, because it is dangerous to your natural immunity. Plain soap is better for bathing. Why? It provides effective cleansing. So for regular use, regular soap and water, like I just said, physically wash germs away, which is sufficient for preventing illness. Regular soap maintains skin health. It preserves your skin's natural microbiome, supporting its barrier function. So your normal flora and your skin and the hairs in your nether regions protect. They form a barrier against more harmful organisms. There's a reason we have to hear them, people. Again, the plain soap is better for you because it's safer. It avoids the risk associated with antibacterial ingredients like endocrine disruption, hormone interference, and skin irritation. Some of the things that we're putting in our bodies or using on our bodies are harmful. They disrupt the regulation of our hormones, and we wonder why we're getting sick. No antibacterial soap for regular bathing, regular soap. Now, I suggest that you look up hormone dysregulators, but we want to practice proper hygiene, and we want to do so with ingredients that are not disrupting our normal body functions and are not disrupting our immunity that we've been blessed with, and are not disrupting our skin biome and exposing us to other harmful substances. So the bottom line, folks, unless a healthcare provider specifically recommends antibacterial soap for a particular reason, stick to plain soap and water for general bathing and hand washing. Next time, I'll have to tell you more about antimicrobial resistance, what it is. I just want to say, folks, in this world where certain industries pushing certain things on us and we get caught up because we want to be aesthetically pleasing. But while you're thinking of being aesthetically pleasing, I'm not saying that you are not to take care of yourselves and groom yourselves. For the hairs in your nether regions, you might want to consider a dedicated scissor that you are decontaminating with alcohol and that you're using just to snip the hairs so that you are not nicking yourselves and ending up with death by 1,000 cuts. Also, if you clean off all of your hair them and then you're going to use antibacterial soap, you're destroying your natural defense against infectious agents. Remember I said that your groin area, your neck area, and your underarm area has lymph nodes, and lymph nodes are needed for immunity. Now, when you expose those areas by shaving out the hair, getting nick, and then you're going to wash with antibacterial soap, you are really, really, really just destroying your natural biome and setting yourself up for harm. I thought I should really stop by and share that information with you because people just don't know. And we want to be nice and pretty and delicate and so on, forgetting that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We have to take care of each other because we are our brother's keepers. Remember, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and a broken spirit dries the bones. If each one takes care of the person in front of and beside him, everyone will be taken care of. I am Dr. Tamara, your online epidemiologist. Take care now.